nice to see you again. Remember that we have been talking about measurement. Okay, measurement, we use the word measurement when we want to talk about measuring the length or the height or the weight of something. Let's take a look at our essential question for today. How can you compare the heights of two objects? So the last time we were together, we learned the word length. Length. Today we're going to talk about the word height. Height. Can you say the word height? Very good. When we talk about the word height, we want to know how tall or how short something is. So let's take a look here. All right? We're going to take a look at these two objects here. I want to see if you know what these two objects are here. Yes, that's right. Those are trees. Now, we're going to compare these two trees, their height. That's what we're going to compare, their height. We want to look at them and we're going to compare their height. Now remember, when we compared the length of an object, we made a straight line going from top to bottom, and then we were able to know what was longer and what was shorter, because when we measured, we made sure we started on the same line. So we're going to do the same thing for measuring height, except this time we are going to draw a line going across. Now, remember what we said. When we are going to compare heights, we need to make sure that we start right in the exact spot. Okay, we need that line, always that line, to show us exactly where we're going to start to measure. So when you look at these two trees, can we compare them now that they're sitting on that line? Yes, that's right. We can see it there now, right? Okay, so now let's take a look. When we compare them, we're going to use the word taller, because taller means having greater height. And we're going to use the word shorter, because shorter means having lesser height. Now remember, shorter can also mean having lesser length, because we learned that earlier, so we can use that as well. We learned that in yesterday's lesson, that shorter can also mean having lesser length. But in this case, right now, we're talking about height, and we're going to use that same word, shorter. So let's take a look at these trees. We can tell that this tree is shorter than this tree. This one is shorter than this tree, right? Yes. And we could tell that this tree is taller than this tree. Now, let's look at them again. How can we tell that this one is taller? That's right, because it's sticking up. Do you see how it's sticking out? Yes. And we know that this one's shorter because it needs a little bit more to be as tall as that, right? Now, remember, we might have some objects like these two that are also trees, but I want you to take a look at these two and let's compare these two. What do you think about these two? Yes, you're right. They are the same. So for those, we say same height. These two trees are the same height. Same height. Now remember, I'm going to show you this picture to remind you that when we are measuring height, we are talking about how tall something is. Okay, so we need to make sure that we have a line down here at the bottom to show us how tall something is. Okay, so this is how tall something is, and your line needs to go on the bottom. Okay, just to show you how tall something is. Now let's measure or compare the heights of some cube towers. Now remember, we used cubes going across like this, and we call them cube trains. Now we're going to talk about cube towers. Cube towers. So now your cubes are going to be facing top to bottom like this, okay? So let's draw the line. Remember, the first thing I want to compare these two cube towers. So the first thing I need to do is draw my line, right? Down at the bottom right here, because I want to see how tall, I want to see the height of my cube towers. So I'm going to put my first one there. Oh boy, I might have to erase this one. Sorry, boys and girls. I think I need to make it a little lower so that you can see it. Right there, right about there. Okay, and I might need to move a little bit back. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to put the green cube tower here. Remember, it needs to be lined up right on that line so that I can compare them. If I do not have them on the line, both of them on the same line, then the comparison will not work. Okay, so I'll put that there. And then here I have my other cube tower, my yellow cube tower. Now, am I able to compare them now? Yes, that's right, because they are both lined up together on the line. Now, which cube tower, boys and girls, is taller? Which one is taller? Very good, the green, because its height is higher. You see how it's higher? The height is higher than this one? Yes. How else do you know? That's right, because it has more cubes than the yellow. Now, which tower is shorter? That's right, the yellow tower is shorter. How do you know? Yes, that's right. It has less cubes than the green tower. It has less cubes than the green tower. Good. Now, what if I put this one right over here and I compare these two? What do you notice about those two cube towers? That's right, they're the same. How do you know those two cube towers are the same? That's right, because they are the same size. They don't have any more. One of them does not have more, or one of them does not have less. They have the same amount. Let's count and see and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Those two are the same because they each have 10 cubes. Very good, boys and girls. So remember, today we learned how to compare heights. And when we compare heights, we want to know how tall or how short something is. And we need to draw a line at the bottom to line them up, the objects, so that we can see the height of the object. Okay? Good job, boys and girls. See you next time.